Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new map change video, and in today's map change video I'm going to show you guys all of the new map changes in the new Season 6 of OG Fortnite update. Obviously this is a throwback to the original Season 6. We now have Kevin the Cube's island floating above Loot Lake. So basically what has happened is the cube has ripped itself up from this centerpiece. You can see right here we do have the kind of hole where the tiers drop down into the 0 point. It's been ripped up from this area and now the cube is floating in the air. We've got the lovely cube here which you can see. We've got the island itself and then obviously the Loot Lake island, which is now up in the air. Now originally in Season 6 this did move around the map and didn't stay in this stationary position, and originally the cube did roll into this section and actually form this original kind of upper land. We haven't seen any of the cube or any of it rolling or even it spawning in over at Paradise Palms, and now we just have this randomly happening. But it kind of makes sense a little bit, and I'll explain why. Because the time machine originally was over at Pleasant Park, but in this update today the map changes have removed the time machine from the Pleasant Park POI and then added it in over at the Loot Lake POI. And if we go down here you can see that the time machine has officially been added in over at this, no it's not this point, where is it? It's somewhere around here. It's not this side of the lake, it's over, whereabouts is it? It has been added in on the lake somewhere. I was just at it, where's it gone? Oh, it's on this side of the lake. Here we go. As you go around to this side of the lake you can see, if you come over here you should be able to see the time machine, which is just positioned here. There we go. And you can see the time machine is just looking over the cube over in the lake, which is pretty awesome to show that Kato has moved over here to the time machine and basically what map change he has set up next, which is this one. So it's pretty awesome stuff. Kato has set up that with the big cube over there. So I kind of like what he's done there with the map changes, but still things don't add up 100%. Obviously this map change is really cool and links to the original Season 6, but there's a few things to mention which weren't in the original Season 6. This building over here was crushed by the cube originally, still standing in this position, so it doesn't really add up to the timeline of the time machine. And there's probably lots of other little map changes I can pick up around the map as well which weren't in the game at this point in time. So it's a little bit confusing what's going on with the storyline and stuff. We did have Dr. Salone's quests over here which we had last week, which I haven't really made a video on the storyline just yet. I will make one eventually, but yeah, there were quests over here which gave a little voice log, and there's another voice log as well coming in with the new one probably, which you guys can check out. But we definitely will make a storyline video overviewing it, but so far it's not really making too much sense, and they are trying to reset it by the looks of it, but they're not putting much effort into it. Just doing voice logs in game as challenges or just even collectibles isn't really a very significant way of resetting the story. So a little bit worried about that side, especially with them kind of really having a good run at the minute with all the OG stuff. I just feel like the story itself isn't being prioritized, and maybe that's the point. Maybe the storyline's trying to get faded out a little bit and just kind of pushed to the side because they don't really need to do that, or they don't really care about it as much. I'm not too sure why, what's happening, what's the reason, but who knows what's going on. We could come up with a lot of theories saying maybe Donald did this, did Donald actually retire? I think step down is more of the term to use, and we could even talk about like the layoffs and things like that. There's a lot of things we can get into details on why the storyline has disappeared and maybe possibly why it's going so bad, or maybe will it even ever return, who knows. But we can only hope that the reset is coming and this is going to be it. So we don't want to be too negative about the story. We do have hope for it that eventually we will get the reset at the end of the season with an event, and hopefully chapter 4 will come to a nice conclusion leading into chapter 5, which will be a reset for the story, which hopefully will revive it and give more engaging stuff for players to actually follow. But yeah, only time will tell on that. But also in this update, if you're interested in some of the other stuff which was added into this update, there was quite a bit of stuff to be honest, so we're going to break down some of the other things which were just added in. If you guys want to know that, listen up. So basically some of the best things that are added with the heavy AR and the hoverboard are back. Some of the things that are vaulted though were quite interesting, because we've had a few items in the past that aren't in here anymore, so let's list a few of them. So some of the stuff which was vaulted, we can see that we do have burst AR, impulse grenades also vaulted, smoke grenades are vaulted, port fort has been vaulted, but they've added in the grapple gun from rift encounters, bounce pads are back, shockwave grenades are back, double barrel is in, dynamite 6-shooter, and obviously the heavy AR and the driftboard are all added in. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys soon in future map change videos. Peace.